So I wanted to convey my little funny, interesting story about my experience with this Amega wand. This Amega wand is supposed to be some type of crystal healing device, energy healing device. And I first heard about it from my business partner and dear friend for many years. And he was telling me, this was an amazing thing. And I was hearing about it for about a week or two. And he said, I'm getting one, and I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it to your house, and I'm going to let you try it. So anyhow, I'm listening to this for a couple of weeks, and I'm thinking, this sounds really pretty whacked. Um, you know, and I told my friend, very sincerely that, I have a lot of faith in his judgment, but unless there's a lot of products like this that are basically, in my opinion, snake oil, and it sounded pretty crazy to me, and I wouldn't even be interested in talking about it much unless I knew that it actually worked, because I'm open to these kind of things, but they have to work. There are certain natural and energy products that actually do something for people, like acupuncture, Reiki, and all these other things have been, they basically have been proven to work from many of the people I've talked to, yoga. But, some of these things are more, like a carnival barker would be telling you about, and I just don't trust them. Anyhow, he received this Omega wand, and he came from his home to my home. And about 5 minutes after he walked in, he wanted to try it on me. So he said, "Is there any place you feel any kind of pain?" And I really couldn't think of anything for a few minutes, but um, I, the week before I had this infection in my face, and it kind of started. I tried using some natural things on it, but basically it started to spread into my ear and into my throat, and I started getting a little scared. So I took some antibiotics, and it went away in about a couple of days. But ever since then, it was really sore, and this whole area here was sore. So I thought, okay, he can try it on this. So he takes this wand, which it's like a metal thing, and I don't have one now. I'm just telling you about it. I did order one. Um, Nevertheless, I don't have it so I can't show it to you. But basically, it looks like a large pen, and it has a clip on it, and it looks like a metal pen with a clip on it. Anyhow, you're supposed to point it at the area, and he started going like this. And at first, I was more, I was just thought, this is really crazy. I don't know why I'm doing this, but anyhow, after a couple of minutes, my eyes were closed. After a couple of minutes, I started feeling some kind of a strange feeling there. I can't really describe it because it wasn't like anything I quite felt before. I can't say it was a warmth. I don't know what it was. It was just something was going on there. And then, he did it for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then right after that, I touched it again, and it was still a little sore. It was still sore. But then about 5 minutes later, all the pain was basically gone. It just disappeared, from this whole area here. So then he asked me, and like, I thought, like, that's interesting. I mean, it could be a coincidence that the pain just went away 5 minutes after he just did this to me, but it was there for a whole week before, so it's highly unlikely. So then he asked me if there's any other thing I wanted to try it on, and my lower back, is perpetually sore, and it's not like chronic. It doesn't really hurt except when I'm moving. If I get up or sit down or something like that. Anyhow, he tried it on that, and I would say about 15 minutes later, the pain was essentially gone, and it's still mostly almost completely gone now after 3 days that I haven't used this wand. He went away. So now I'm starting to think, wow, this is really something. This is really strange. This thing is something's going on here. So he was here for a couple of days, and I would borrow the wand occasionally. And one night I had the wand, and there was this one area here where I breathe in hard for the last 2 or 3 years, like it's almost like a muscle soreness when I breathe in hard there, and that's been there every time that happens. I mean, it's been there for basically 2 or 3 years. So I decided to try it on that area, and I did it. I stopped, I breathed in, the pain was still there. And I felt, something happening, but I can't really say what. It's just a strange kind of feeling. And I'd say 15 minutes later, the pain was gone, just gone. I could breathe in as much as I want, and the pain was not there. And I can say that it's still substantially gone, and I haven't used that thing for 3 days. So finally, he was getting ready to leave on Monday morning, and he was reading an email to me from somebody who had been, had the wand worked on them the night before. And this person had chronic pain from some kind of accident or something, and that they've had it for years and years and years. And the person was writing, this is a friend of ours, the person was writing that they were crying while they were writing the email, saying that the pain was gone. It was just, this is the first time in years that they were without this pain, and they were saying, I feel hope in my life. Anyhow, that that was really a powerful thing too, because here's a person that just received this treatment, and then all of a sudden this pain is gone. Anyhow, there's something going on here with this Amega thing. Um, I think it's very interesting, and I think it's something that people should know about from a very, very skeptical person, someone who was turned around fairly quickly from, again, like I believe in these things, but I'm pragmatic. If I can't see that they're working, then I'm just not interested. So it's just something that I feel I need to share with as many people as possible. So thank you.